What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. I'm going to give you some details here. Trump makes some major announcements, some crazy announcements here, and I'll let you see it here in this video. As well as some good news here. I'll let you see what's happening here with that may affect your pocketbooks. All that and more here in this video. We got several things for you guys here. We're going to go over in this video as we're live right now here on the YouTube. It's Jimmy's show. Let me know if you can see and hear me here. And also let me know where you're tuning in from. You can let me know your city, state, and your country as we have people tuning in here from all around the globe. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. And if you haven't yet, subscribe down below so you don't miss out on future videos and help me reach 500,000 subscribers. You guys are amazing. All right, take a look here at the first of Trump's announcements he just made. Okay, so President Donald Trump declares 2 new days of celebration, which is interesting here. One of which will actually be a name change, and this is getting a lot of flack. A lot of people do not like this, which he wants to change the name of Veterans Day to Victory Day. Yeah, so you guys can let me know your thoughts on this. You know, the name of Victory Day has a nice sound to it, has a nice ring to it. But the problem here is that it takes away the name of Veterans Day. And a lot of people don't like that. A lot of veterans don't like that. You know, my brother's a veteran. My grandfather was a veteran. He was actually at Pearl Harbor. And a lot of people are not liking this because of the fact that it takes away the name of Veterans Day. Trump has made name changes a recurring theme of his second presidency. He has said rebranding the holiday is an effort to boost recognition of American military wins. In addition to changing the name of these November 11th holiday, which is my wife's name, in addition to November 11th, or I'm sorry, my wife's birthday is actually November 11th, the same day. He also said he would like to designate May 8th, known as Victory Day in Europe, as Victory Day for World War II. So he wants to change, he wants to add May 8th as Victory Day in Europe for World War II, and he wants to change the name for November 11th as well. So Victory Day for World War I, Victory Day for World War II, and both days would be known as Victory Day. And November 11th would no longer be known as Veterans Day, but would be known as Victory Day as well. He says, quote, "We won both wars. Nobody was close to us in terms of strength, bravery, or military brilliance, but we never celebrate anything." He says, I'm not sure about that. I mean, we celebrate Veterans Day every year, but this is what he wrote on Truth Social. "That's because we don't have leaders anymore," this is a quote from him, "that know how to do so. We are going to start celebrating our victories again." May 8th is not currently a federal holiday, meaning Congress would have to approve the new designation of adding that as a new federal holiday. Veterans Day is intended for veterans of all U.S. wars for their patriotism, love of the country, and willingness to serve, which is kind of, you know, a lot of veterans are reacting to this saying, well, wait a minute, would then Veterans Day, which would then be changed to Victory Day, only for, you know, World War I and World War II, what about the other veterans that, you know, since they would be Victory Day for World War I and World War II, local veterans are speaking out, saying, well, what about the other veterans that served maybe in other wars or served in Iraq or in Afghanistan or just served in general? There would be no Veterans Day per se anymore with the name change. Yeah, so you guys can let me know your thoughts. A veteran, Lieutenant Colonel John Paradise, said, quote, "Those days are set aside as a reminder of freedom and sacrifice. It's not about victory over an opponent or in war." He said, "If this president thinks this is a right decision to be made on behalf of all veterans, I will strongly question that," he said. He added that the president's announcement is disappointing and takes away from the true meaning of remembrance for those holidays that those holidays hold. Veterans Day has never been about celebrating victories. It has always been about remembering and honoring our veterans and expressing our nation's admiration and gratitude for their service. To rename it to express victory, I think, is really disheartening. Another veteran said a lot of times veterans end up being pawns in political warfare, so it's better to just sit back and we know what it is. So change the name all you want, but it's not going to change the way people feel about it. They want to change the name, change the name. It's still going to mean the same thing to a lot of people. Also, that you got to remember that a lot of veterans, have given the ultimate sacrifice, their lives. So if you call it Victory Day, you are kind of forgetting the veterans that have sacrificed everything for their country. So you guys can let me know your thoughts on this. Are you for the change, the name change, changing it to Victory Day, and potentially adding the other day? I could maybe see keeping Veterans Day, November 11th, and adding the other holiday, Victory Day. Maybe that would be a good compromise. So you still keep Veterans Day on November 11th and add Victory Day on May 8th, because this way you're not taking away Veterans Day. Maybe that would be a good compromise. What do you guys think in the comment section? Let me know your thoughts. Also, President Donald Trump posts this on multiple, his Truth Social, his Facebook account, his Instagram account. Trump posts AI-generated photo of himself dressed as the Pope. You can see it here, and you guys can go look this up. You can go to his Truth Social account. I've seen it on his Instagram account as well. In fact, here is the White House's Instagram account. White House and POTUS, President of the United States, posted this as well. POTUS and the White House. You guys can go see this for yourself. So the White House, President of the United States, POTUS on Instagram, and the real Donald Trump posting this on Truth Social, posting pictures of Donald Trump posed as the Pope right after the Pope died. Yeah. You guys can let me know your thoughts in the comments. This comes after late Friday night, days after he joked that, quote, he would like to be the Pope, end quote, from Donald Trump. So you guys can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Meanwhile, some good news. OPEC Plus, who controls a large portion of the world's oil and thus thereby controls a large percentage of how gas and oil prices go up and down, including in the United States. To further speed up oil output hikes, sources say OPEC Plus may unwind 2.2 million barrels per day voluntary cuts by November, sources say. Speedy hikes are likely in July, August, September, and October, sources say. Yeah, oil has fallen to a 4-year low in April, below $60 a barrel. Yes, so this is good news. As you can see the headlines here, the price of oil worldwide, remember, oil is not just a United States thing. Oil is traded globally, okay? Oil has fallen to a 4-year low in the entire world. We have not seen the price of gas dramatically fall in the United States. I reported on it a few days ago, and it had actually gone up in the United States. Over the last 30 days, it has now dropped by 10 cents from 3.26 nationwide to 3.16 nationwide on the national average for regular gas. Diesel at 3.54 nationwide. But we have seen a 10-cent decrease over the last 30 days. But it does make you wonder why gas isn't cheaper, being how we're at a 4-year low, of the price of oil. Shouldn't gas and diesel be a lot lower with the price of oil? Yeah, and this is concerning because you would think that gas and oil would be a lot, well, if oil's that low, shouldn't gas and diesel be a lot lower? I would think so. Now, of course, we know that there's a lot of taxes, state taxes and everything like that, but I would think that gas should be a lot lower than that. Now, if you've been watching my channel, you know, and if you've been watching it for a while, you know that the U.S. has been producing more oil than ever, even in the Biden administration here. You can see from December 2024, still in the Biden administration, we had produced more oil than ever before, 13.4 million barrels per day, which is the most we had ever produced. Okay, so again, the U.S. is producing more oil than ever. Okay, and you can see the oil trend here that we, since COVID, we had a tremendous drop since the pandemic, and we had that tremendous drop, and then ever since then we had been slowly climbing back. Okay, and now we're producing more oil than ever, and of course Donald Trump wants to drill, baby, drill. So I expect that we will continue to see that incline of more oil being produced. And with a 4-year low on the price of oil, you would think that gas prices would relate to gas prices being even lower. But big oil companies, don't want to see gas, below $2 a gallon. So, remember, they gotta make their profits, and if they're negative, if they're literally losing money, that's going to lead to a lot of job losses across the United States and worldwide. They gotta make some money if you're just thinking about this realistically. I'm a realist, and I always have been. They don't want to start laying off millions of workers, right? And if they start losing money, they're going to shut down the drills, right? They're going to shut down the oil operations. So I don't know how much lower gas is going to go. I mean, sure, there's probably a little bit more to go, but you guys can let me know your thoughts. How much lower do you think gas can go here in 2025? Honestly, gas is pretty low for you think how high inflation has got. Gas is as low as it was years ago. So we really haven't seen inflation in gas, which is honestly pretty good. So will we see gas go lower? What do you think? I think it could go a little bit lower, but do you think we'll see gas at $2 a gallon? I mean, gas was $2 a gallon, 20 years ago, 15 years ago. So we will see. Let me know your thoughts here in the comments, and I'll keep you up to date here with everything going on a daily basis. Share this video with somebody that needs to hear this information, and subscribe down below so you don't miss out on future videos, and help me reach 500,000 subscribers. Click here to see the emergency message just sent out by Social Security, or details on Trump's new stimulus plan for 2025. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.